Okay, first of all, Happy New Year 2021. It's got to be better than the last one, let's face it. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas, as good as it could have been given the circumstances. Now, based on the last video I did, and I talked about the moisture levels in here and how it made the shelves all mouldy, and it's making the leather on the knife sheaths go a bit furry as well. A lot of you mentioned insulating the roof. And the reason I never really looked into it is because these roof panels, and I'll show you this now, they have like a sort of felt backing, like a very thin felt material. So I never ever get any drips, and it's never damp. It's never damp up there. So I've been reading into it, and a lot of people who have the metal roofs without that backing suffer really badly from condensation, and it's like it's raining inside their garage. So getting this done is an option. Now my concern is, because it's always so cold in here, I want to heat the garage up, but I want to keep it cool in the summertime. So like you guys said, the best bet is to get the insulation panels and put on the underside of the roof here. Now I've made a start on the door. Let me show you that. I've taken away the old fiberglass, not fiberglass, what's it called? Bubble wrap, foil bubble wrap. I've taken that off. I'm sure it's doing something, but I want to do it properly. So I've attached in between each section of this door a 25mm Kingspan PIR insulation sheet. Now here is a whole one there, and I shall put on the screen the actual size of it in case you're interested. Like I say, it's 25mm thick. Let me get you up a little. Here's a piece of it here. Foil backed on both sides. That's obviously been ripped off when I've been cutting it. But yeah, it's £31 a sheet, and basically I had to buy 2 sheets. One sheet fitted this panel and this panel with this much left over, and now I've got one whole brand new panel. So I'm going to make a start on this last section of the door, and then I'm going to start on the roof. Now I'm quite lucky because these insulation panels are pretty much the exact same depth as the panel in the door there. So I'm very, that's a perfect fit, and I managed to get it behind all the workings of the door there, all the rods and everything, so everything moves smoothly. Now you'll notice on this one I've got the aluminium foil just to seal up all the gaps, which is done on that side. I'm going to also seal up this bar in the middle as well, just so it looks neater, but also I need to seal up these bits in here where I had to squeeze some extra bits in, just so it looks nice and tidy. And then what I might do after all that's done is put the foil backing over the top of that as well. I'm not too sure. I don't mind the look of it as it is, to be honest, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you the actual temperature outside tonight is, if you can see that, 5 degrees. The temperature inside the garage is 5 degrees, 5.1. So it's as cold out there as it is in here. Now, as you can see, I've got an uninsulated panel and I've got an insulated panel. I'm not just going to tell you how much cooler this side is by putting my hand on it. I want to actually tell you in actual figures. So I've got myself an infrared surface temperature gun. The reason I've got these black patches, you can see there's one black patch there and there's another black patch here. They recommend, if you're going to read the temperature of a metal or a reflective surface, like for example foil, it's best to put some electrical tape over it, so it gives this a better chance of getting a more accurate reading. So that's what I've done. I put one on there just to play it, just to be it, you know, to play it fair. I mean, it could read it accurately off there, but I want both surfaces to be exactly the same, albeit one on an insulated side, one on an uninsulated side. So without further ado, let's see what the difference is. .4 on the uninsulated side. Now the insulated panel, .2. There you go, 4 degrees difference. Isn't that crazy? 4 degrees, and it's only 25mm thick. Excellent. Okay, so in regards to getting the roof insulated, now here's a bit of a disclaimer. As I'm sure you are aware, I am not a roofing expert, I am not an insulating expert. Please do not, this is not me giving advice, you are just watching someone giving it a go from what people have said is the right thing to do, and YouTube videos and that kind of thing. Now, I didn't know there was so much in it, but you have to be very careful apparently in regards to ventilation. You can't just whack up a load of panels, flush against the roof and then forget about it, because you're going to create more problems than you're going to fix. From what I've been looking into, what I'm going to do on now is the best way to insulate a roof if it's like mine. So I'm going to do it like a cross section. So we have the main roof beams here, and there's another one. We have the roof panel itself. Okay, these are the gaps which airflow could come into. So in between these two roof joists, you have to put your insulating layer here. Okay, we'll use a new pen. And there has to be an airflow on this side and an airflow directly below it. So airflow above it, airflow below it, and below that, beneath the joists, you have to put what is called a vapor barrier. Now this isn't me telling you what you have to do, this is what I've read, and apparently this is what you have to do. If you know different, or I'm doing it wrong, this doesn't look right, please let me know down below. So like I said, underneath the vapor barrier, then you put your plywood or your drywall, whatever you want to put up there. So that's it. So there has to be airflow above and below the insulating layer. There you go. All right, there you go, guys. So I've got the other panel there. Like I said, I'm going to do that other. That's another thing I needed to tell you actually. When I measure these up to fit inside that gap there, what I do is I just leave a 5mm extra either side and top and bottom. So when it goes in, it's a tight fit, it's snug. You really got to kind of push it in to make sure there's no gaps around it. The thing about these doors is you can probably see just on that side, you see that light coming in? Well, that's the outside effectively, so they are ventilated anyway. And the panels touch across those cross pieces and the air flows all behind it. So that should be fine as it is. And it's metal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to do the other side today, and then when I make a start on the roof, I'll let you guys know and I'll show you the progress. And hopefully, you know, come summertime it won't be like a sauna in here, and vice versa, it won't be like a freezer in here come winter time again. So this time next year it should be super cozy. I mean, it's not bad, it's not uncomfortable, but when it is cold outside it is freezing in here, and when it's warm, vice versa. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and again, happy new year, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Ta-da.